I'm Lou Dauber, and I want to discuss the importance of key digital replatforming initiatives and how you can use real-time streams to modernize your data infrastructure. Most of the time, we are reimagining our business because we are compelled to, either by opportunity or by competition. In the recent past, a new breed of competitors has emerged that we're all familiar with, the digital natives. It's caused many companies to go back to the drawing board and ask themselves very principal questions like, why can't I do what they're doing at the speed that they're doing it? Usually, the answer is technology and the ability to process data. Your infrastructure was built in a time when daily batch reports were the norm. Introducing the humble distributed log. It sits at the center of Confluent Platform and Kafka and makes it possible for you to save millions of dollars of waste from your infrastructure. How? It is the single source of truth. A simple, straightforward construct through which you can eliminate a great deal of complexity. It is the foundational component of Apache Kafka and uses the log as a way to allow all systems to communicate on a very basic level. The log enables your systems to speak to each other in a fast distributed way without all that complexity. This log is also organized by time. That is why it is often referred to as an event log. It captures what happened and when across all systems connected to it, then shares that information across all downstream systems. It is this single source of truth that can resolve many complicated and annoying conflicts in data. This example shows a global bank that uses Kafka to offload their mainframe while enabling a new service for their credit card customers. The bank wanted to be able to provide real-time information about transactions on the credit card on their website and other systems. Previously, their systems were batch-oriented and could only provide updates once per day. Also, the cost of the service was prohibitive, due to the volume of reads to the mainframe that were needed to support that traffic. The engineering team built a Kafka cluster, which they used to offload the client profile lookups from the mainframe. That was about 80% of the reads of the application. They wrote a small service and then used Elastic to execute the client profile lookups on the cluster. After they completed this, they were able to reduce the cost of the mainframe MIPS significantly, and that's just their first application. In this other use case, a company used Kafka as the backbone for their microservices and successfully reduced the cost of development by $10 million over 18 months. As is often the case with the transition to microservices, they started with a monolithic application. By the time they got to 2010, they had over 1 million lines of code in a single GitHub repo. Today, they have 150 dedicated services all connected to a Kafka backbone. This approach follows Metcalfe's law, which declares that the value of a network scales with the number of connected devices, or in our case, services. Another way to simplify your future digital platforms is a use case we call bridge to cloud. In this scenario, imagine what is happening between your many application development teams and your cloud infrastructure. There are, in effect, many organically growing connections between on-premises and off-premises. A way to dramatically improve efficiency, the cost of transfer, and portability is to implement a Kafka pipeline as the main method of data transfer between a cloud and on-prem. Using the Confluent replicator, you can also sync between the cloud and the data center. These are just a few examples of how you can use Confluent Platform and Kafka to help your company be more successful in your digital replatforming project. This is our management team. Confluent was founded in 2014 and has been growing rapidly since. We were founded by the creators of Apache Kafka at LinkedIn and are funded by some of the most successful venture firms, including Benchmark and Sequoia. More than 75% of the code in Kafka was written by employees of Confluent. Thank you for listening. I hope this talk has been helpful. Significantly